So just after I recorded the video a couple of minutes ago, Brian Burns is now a New York Giant. Brian Burns is a New York Giant. The Giants ended up trading away their picks that they got from the Leonard Williams trade, which once again, man, Joe Schoen, I'm going to be honest. When it comes to certain draft picks, when it comes to certain contract extensions, when it comes to certain signings, this man is either cooking or he's fumbling. One or the other. And listen, right now, this man is cooking. The same compensation he got from the Leonard Williams trade, which once again, Leonard Williams now has to get paid by the Seattle Seahawks for that to pay off. They got a second rounder for this upcoming draft, as well as the fifth rounder for next year. That same compensation, he went ahead and flipped it for Brian Burns. Now, you look at certain trades that already happened with the Giants. They traded away Kadarius Toney, and they used that same pick to go ahead and trade for Darren Waller. Clearly, he's making certain trades happen. Now, once again, I'm still a little bitter about Saquon and X. You know, they're gone. Maybe you should have traded them too, but I mean, it is what it is. We now trade for Brian Burns, who's once again, he's a top pass rusher in this league, and he's only getting better year in and year out. I believe Brian Burns is only 24 years of age, if I'm not mistaken. And keep in mind as well, we did have to extend him. You know, the Panthers couldn't afford him. That's the main reason why they had to tag him and trade him. And now he's tagged and traded to the Giants. He's 25 years of age. 25 years of age. We locked him down for, I believe, a 4-year deal. Once again, guys, this just happened as I'm recording this. 5-year contract. He's locked down until he's 30. Brian Burns locked down until he's 30. Second highest paid edge rusher in the league. And he's only 25 years of age. Now, when you look at the defensive front for the New York Giants, we got Dexter Lawrence, the best interior defensive lineman in the league, hands down. If you want to argue, go argue with your mother. Then you got Kayvon Thibodeaux on one side and Brian Burns on the other. At this point in time, Brian Burns is a better pass rusher than Kayvon Thibodeaux. But listen, if we want Kayvon Thibodeaux to get to where he wants to get to as a player, as a number 5 overall pick in the NFL draft, Kayvon Thibodeaux can now have another guy across from him that's able to give the pressure the same way he does. Like, we wanted it from Azeez Ojulari. He's been injury riddled since he got drafted and since he's been with the New York Giants. And now adding a guy like Brian Burns, this defensive front is only getting even better. And hey, we don't have it all in the back end, but you know what's a great thing to piece with your back end is a great pass rush. If the quarterback is getting pressured and the quarterback doesn't have enough time to throw the ball and he's making, throws that he's going to have to make pinpoint, that's going to help all the DBs on this team. And once again, we did lose Xavier McKinney. We did lose a DB in Adoree Jackson, which he's not gone yet. He's a free agent. I don't think he's going to get re-signed. Deonte Banks is going into his second year. But adding a guy like Brian Burns is only going to make this defense even better than it was at certain moments. Last year, the defense was hit or miss, but the defense did stand tall at certain points. We are losing a key guy like Xavier McKinney. But don't forget about the linebacker core that we got. Don't forget about the year that Kayvon Thibodeaux had 11 and a half sacks, which last year, let's look at the stats that Brian Burns put up last year, man. Let's look at it real quick. He put up 8 sacks this past year, as well as 12 and a half sacks the previous year. He's been productive every single year ever since he's been in this league. Now, Brian Burns, once again, he's known for being a speed edge rusher. His skill set is pass rushing. That's it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's the best anchor when it comes to stopping the run, but Brian Burns is only going to get better because he's only 25 years of age. And once again, man, I'm going to look more into what he can possibly bring into the New York Giants. But Joe Schoen, with this move, is cooking. Now, minutes prior to this trade as well, they did get Illuminor from the Raiders. He is going to be like a swing tackle for us. Who knows? If Evan Neal struggles, we're going to plug him in at right tackle. He did come from the Raiders, which our new offensive line coach came from as well. So here we go. We got 2 offensive linemen signed. We got a new running back in Devin Singletary, who I think that's looking going to be an underrated signing. Devin Singletary, I think, can be pretty good. And once again, the Giants are shifting more towards, Eric Gray and Devin Singletary are going to be these 2 running backs next year. Running backs in a tandem. It's not going to be just Saquon Barkley, how it was with just one running back. No, we're going to have 2 running backs that are going to be featured. Hey, quarterback might be on the way. We're signing offensive linemen. We didn't sign Xavier McKinney, but we go out and we get another dominant pass rusher. And once again, keep in mind what the Eagles were able to build. Their front 4 from the previous years were able to dominate, and that's what really led them to being a top defense in the league. The Giants are slowly building that, and they might have one already. I'm excited. I'm hyped with this trade. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below, man. I don't think Joe Schoen is done. I don't think the Giants are done. I still think they can add another offensive lineman Will it be the premier guy from the Patriots? I'm not too sure. They already signed Joe Runyon. It might be John Runyon. I said Joan Runyon. Sorry about that. From the Packers, as well as Illuminor now from the Raiders. Listen, they're addressing their needs. They had their needs. They're addressing some. And once again, an underrated need was another edge rusher. Now we got one. Cross that off the board for the draft list. We still have the second round pick from this year, and we didn't lose the fifth round pick from this year. We gave out the one next year. We might still have some compensation to trade up if we want to. I don't know if trading up is still going to be on the board, but whether it's trading back into the first, who knows, man. Free agency is still going on. I'll be live tonight at 8 to talk about it. Y'all join in.